I was trying to come up with what would be the next protein ice cream. And I realized I haven't made something that's a fresh product for the protein ice cream. By that I mean like a fruit or a vegetable or something that you go to the store and it's ready to be used that day or the next day. It can't sit for too long or else it'll get old. So today we are making lemon protein ice cream with an optional mix-in to take it to that next level. We are going back to the basics here. This recipe is super easy to make. It only really takes the essentials to make it, and it's going to be absolutely delicious, and you can make it to your taste, easily modifiable. Now, if you've been watching these videos and making these creams and haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, like this video. It goes a long way for other people to see it and experience the creams themselves. When life hands you lemons, you make anabolic ice cream. So let's get into it. Per usual, I have my Ninja on top of my scale. I have everything ready to go. Everything that I use in this video is in the description below if you already don't have the ingredients. We're going to start with the milk, skim milk, only 80 calories a serving, and we're only using 2 ounces. So we got 20 calories here, or 56 grams. A little bit different than usual. With the Greek yogurt, we're only doing 106 grams. I tried using 170 at first and it was way too thick. And I like thick and it was way too thick. Speaking of which, my goal for this recipe was to do more of like a custard than a cream, 107.5. Good. There is an amazing gelato from this place called Freddy's that has literally the best limoncello gelato in the world. So I was trying to make it more of like a custard or like a gelato so it resembled that consistency. We have to get our vanilla in. So I'm going with 1 teaspoon or 1 capful of vanilla extract. Per usual, everything, including the vanilla and the lemon zest and the lemon juice, is in the ingredient list and is added to the calories. Everything. Probably the hardest part of this whole thing, you might get a nice arm pump, whether it is your forearm or whether it is your biceps. We're gonna zest the lemon. This is the complicated part because I was logging time after time after time to see what worked well. This is an easy recipe and I could have stopped on the first or second try because it was good, but I keep trying to make it better and better and better and better until I'm content with it. On the last try, funny enough, I realized that when you actually put your lemon in the fridge, it's much easier to zest. So I would recommend putting your lemon in the fridge so that you don't get as much of a workout. But if you do want to get a nice arm pump, you could keep it out and have it be warm. I did it for the first 15 times. I think I made this shake 17 times before I'm actually putting this video up. So I pop the top off and of course take the sticker off. Oh, this one I already washed it, so it doesn't have a sticker on it, but we're gonna zest. Now, for people that haven't really zested, you don't want to go all the way to the white part of the lemon. You want to get close, but not fully there. So you typically want between 1 to 2 grams of zest. I don't think any extra zest will hurt, but that's kind of what I've came up with this size lemon. And you also want like a small to medium sized lemon. You can get a large one, but it may be too big and you'll be able to split it, or you can use it for 2 different protein ice creams or for lemon water or whatever else you want to use it for. I literally use about as much of the skin as I can and try to waste nothing. All right, I would say that's pretty good. Now let's see what I got this time, just for a reference. But I literally have gotten 1.2 on almost the same size lemon as 1.8 on the other lemon. So it doesn't always line up perfectly, but as long as you have between 1 to 2 grams, it will work just fine. This time, 1.7, 1.8. Spank the monkey a little bit. After we've zested, we're gonna roll it out. You get more juice out of it when you roll it out first. Now with this, I noticed that 40 was too little. So if you want it even thicker, you can put less lemon juice and have it about 40 grams, but you want about 50 to 60 grams of lemon juice, which is why we only used 2 ounces of milk. Literally, I try to roll it out before it like cracks. I've had it crack and like squirt out to the side because I roll it out so much. The plate that I use the zest on is the plate that I'm gonna use to put all of the juice on. You could squeeze it right into the Ninja, but you're gonna end up getting seeds in there and then you gotta spoon them out. This is kind of how I've been doing it. There could be a better way. If there is a better way, let me know in the comment section. So I've been thinking, And I've wanted to have a name for all you guys because I want it to be more of a personal channel. I just don't think of you guys as subs. I talk and message with a lot of you guys and comment back and forth between here and Instagram. I was thinking, since my channel is mostly ice creams, I would like us to be the cream team. I come up with that because I love Michael Jordan. I'm from Chicago, best basketball player ever. Don't try to at me with that. But back in the day, he was on the dream team. Easily the best team ever assembled. In my opinion, I am tops at making protein ice cream. I make some of the best recipes on here, and I'm willing and ready to collab or challenge with anyone that wants to have an ice cream showdown. But in general, I don't plan to stop making protein ice creams. I plan to keep making them for a very long time. So I think the cream team is the perfect name for myself and everyone else who watches the channel. If you have another idea, you can also put that in the comments because I would love to hear it. I'm open to ideas, but I think the cream team is just so perfect. But let me deseed this so we can get to it. I always think I've gotten all the seeds out, but usually there's still 1 or 2. So I'm gonna squeeze this and then we're gonna weigh this out. Wow, 1 or 2, there's like 10 in here. Obviously some lemons have more seeds than others. And I really squeeze this. I could use the lime squeezer, majiggy. I forget what it's called. But I'm gonna show you how you do it if you don't have one. I just squeeze the living hell out of it. This place, Johnny's, has the best beefs, but they also have the best lemon Italian ice. And they have these chunks of the lemon with the actual pulp. I'm glad I thought of that on the spot. Usually I wouldn't think of that. But they have like the chunks of pulp, and it's so good when you get a chunk of pulp in your Italian lemonade or Italian ice or whatever you want to call it. So I actually try to knife some of this in here. You don't have to do it. For me, it adds more flavor, and I already had to cut it open with a knife anyway. It's here. I'm just gonna add it to it. Wow, this one was really seedy. I even like put the 2 together and squeeze them out. Just try to get every drop of lemon. It's called a lemon goddamn protein ice cream. So get what you can out of it. Good. Get these seeds out. Let's see how much this weighs. Wow, I thought it would give me more. So right now this only has 43 in it. For the intensive purposes of making it the right way, I don't want it to be too thick. I am literally gonna cut another lemon. So I'm gonna go right in the middle, 55 grams. This is another thing, if you have an extra half and you only have these medium-sized lemons, then the next time you can use 1.5 if you don't have enough juice again. I cut myself zesting the lemon yesterday and it hurts like a mother. Beautiful. Let's move on to our dry ingredients. For our dry ingredients, I always start with the thickening agents on the bottom. This vanilla pudding mix has xanthan and guar gum in it, and then I'm gonna use more guar gum. So we got 7 grams of our Jello pudding mix. This will give it more of that actual custard gelato consistency and taste. God damn it. See, like even me, when I'm doing this, I get distracted and I'm talking. This has 10 grams in it. So I need to spoon out about 3 grams, but it's not hard. It's a lot easier than spooning out the seeds. Trust me, I did the seeds by spoon for the first like 5 times I did it. And then I realized just by trial and error and doing it over and over that damn, I could just do it on the plate that I already used for zesting and not have to dig these out. Guar gum, we're going with 4 grams. So as I said earlier, I want this to be thick. If you don't want it as thick and you want more of my anabolic milkshake type of consistency, put 3 grams. It'll be a lot less thick and more milkshake consistency. Now, a little pinch of salt, not too much, not too much. See, I put too much on my hand. I'm not gonna put all of that in there. So I'm gonna put about half and half in here. Today's just not my day, but this is a good example of how you can still make it work even if you put too much in there. You pour too much on your hand, pour half of it in the sink and wash it down after you eat your protein ice cream. No issues. I just worked out, haven't had my creatine yet. Getting my creatine in there. You don't have to use this. It won't affect the recipe in any way. It's only 5 grams. Per usual, bodybuilding.com whey protein. Super cheap, $7 to $8 a pound typically. Worth every penny, tastes great, and I definitely recommend it. So 2 scoops for me is about 68 grams. Last thing we need is our artificial sweetener. This is also up to your taste. My roommate has been helping me eat these and also critique these with me. He said he liked putting 7 grams in there because he likes his more sour. So what I ended up doing is putting 9 in there, and he's like, you know, I think, and I liked it at 9 grams. And he said, I think that 9 grams would be better for most people that don't like it too sour. But if you like it more sour, he said 7 grams was great. Now, if you like it extra sweet, put 11 grams in there. And that's what's great about this recipe, so easily customizable. The ice on this one will be 460 grams. So we're gonna get that ready and we're about to blend. This one's still wet, what the f? Wow. That one was on point, 460.0. Blending for 1 minute, and I will see you then. Okay, bye. All right, 1 minute on the dot. Always time it. If you mix it too long or too short, it's not gonna be thick enough or it's going to be too thick. Now, we're gonna give this a nice mix here. Everywhere. The top, the bottom, I try to take stuff from the top, shove it into the bottom, take the stuff from the bottom, bring it up, so everything is mixed evenly. There's not ice chunks. I'm always looking for ice slivers or smaller. Make sure you check all the corners. Sometimes I don't and I have a huge chunk of powder afterwards. This is another one where you get a nice arm pump. I have one right now currently. If you like lemons or lemon Italian ice or anything, lemon bars, lemon tart, you're gonna like this a lot. Minute and a half. I was trying for a minute. I like blending it for a minute, but the ice chunks weren't small enough and it gets just a little bit thicker to have that custard consistency. Start the timer. I'll see you back in a second. Okay, bye. I'm gonna take this out. Look at this consistency. Yes. This is what we want. In my opinion, you should at least give it one try with the 4 grams of guar gum. You couldn't use the 3 grams, it's gonna be thinner, but try it with the 4 grams. If it's still too thick for you, hit it with the 3 grams. You're still gonna really enjoy it. It's not fluffy, it's just thick. I told you guys, I don't like that fluffy consistency. I will never make a recipe like that. We're at about 5.5 cups here. I've gotten it up to 6.5 or 7. It's weird, depending how big the ice chunks are and all that stuff, it could go a little bit bigger, sometimes a little bit smaller, but I'm happy with this. All right, you ready for this pour? Oh my God. Perfect. Every single time. Every time. Guys, really, if you don't have the scale that I have, or you don't have a 0.0 scale, get one, because it'll be 4.5 grams of guar gum and it'll tell you 4, and then you hit 4.6 and it'll tell you 5. I think having a point scale for the guar gum is ginormously important. And we're not a full picture on this one, but the macros, you're gonna be like, what the You're gonna love it. So this is already a good 8.5 to 9. To level this recipe up, these were at Walmart. These weren't at Jewel, these weren't at Tony's. If you can't get the lemon Oreo thins, you can still get the regular ones that are vanilla, still work well, but the lemon ones, you get those chunks, just like the mint chocolate Oreo protein ice cream. You get those chunks every so often, and it's just so damn good. So, if I were you, or if you were me, no, if I were you, I would 100% get some Oreos if you have that extra 140 calories, because 4 cookies has 140 calories. And my hands are already sticky from the lemon, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. You can put them in a bag and crush them up, but you know, God gave you hands for a reason. Now it depends what you wanna do. I do 2 at a time. So what you can do is you can put 2 on the top, mix them in, and then the last 2 you can put on the top, but preferably for me, I like to get as much throughout every bite. So at the bottom, I'm still getting bites of Oreo. In the middle, I'm still getting bites of Oreo. At the top, I'm getting bites of Oreo. I just do them all at the same time and I mix everything in and make sure everything is blended by hand very well. Now try to eat this right away, guys. If you let this sit with all the Oreos sitting in there, the Oreos are gonna get soft and you're not gonna get that same lemon and Oreo flavor and crunch that you would get if you eat it right away. You're gonna really enjoy this protein ice cream. I can guarantee it. Yeah, fire. Macros, let's do this because I am hungry as hell. I just got out of the gym and I don't want to just snack on Oreos. This is the perfect situation for that to happen. With the lemon cream by itself, we are looking at 427 calories, 4.6 grams of fat, 27 carbs, and 65 grams of protein. 427 calories. Like I said, sometimes this fills up the whole pitcher, but you're still getting so much for 400 calories. You wanna split this in half and still get 32 grams of protein, you're gonna be at 200 calories and you're still gonna have a nice little food baby in your stomach and you will be satisfied. With the mix-ins, we're just adding 140 calories, a little bit of fat. With the mix-ins, 567 calories, 10.6 grams of fat, 48.3 grams of carbs, 65.6 grams of protein. But still, 567 calories. If you have the calories, do it. If you love Oreos, do it. But if not, it's easy to leave them out. About half the times I made this recipe, I had the calories or I had a taste for Oreos, so I added the Oreos. Half the other times I just had a lemon custard or a lemon gelato ice cream, whatever you wanna call it. It was still great. You're gonna love it either way. I already have the next ice cream recipe in mind and it's already getting started with all the ingredients that I bought. I asked you guys on Friday what you would like to see next, so I'm gonna make this one this week, hopefully have it perfected by the end of the week. week. If not, it'll be up next week. And then the following recipe will be a cream team recipe. Whatever you guys decide, I'm going to whip it up. Go follow me on Instagram if you want to vote for the next cream recipe if you're not already. I need to eat. It's time for me to get out of here. And until next time, I will see you in that next one. Deseed.